Have you ever noticed how some people go through life like they're starring in a never-ending soap opera? Every little problem is a dramatic plot twist, while others stroll through chaos with a calm smile, as if nothing can faze them? It's wild. One person is constantly on edge, the other seems almost untouchable. It's almost like that second group knows something the rest of us don't. They play by a different set of rules that makes them oddly immune to everyday drama. It's like they're living in the same world, but playing by entirely different rules. So what's their secret? What do they know that you and I don't? How can they stay so unbothered by things that drive the rest of us crazy? Here's the answer. They've realized life is a kind of game. When you understand that, you stop taking everything so seriously. It's a simple but profound shift in perspective, and it changes everything. Picture a world-class chess champion playing a friendly match against a total beginner. The grandmaster has decades of experience and a head full of complex strategies. By all logic, he should win without breaking a sweat. And yet, the grandmaster loses. How? The expert was so serious, planning 10 moves ahead, that he missed a simple trick the carefree novice pulled off. The beginner, with no pressure or ego, was just having fun and caught the master off guard. The champion lost to someone who wasn't even trying so hard to win. The lesson: the more seriously the master took the game, the more rigid and blind he became. All that tension made him predictable. The novice stayed loose and creative. It's a perfect metaphor. If you grip life too tightly, you miss the obvious and the joy. Hold it loosely, and you start seeing opportunities everywhere. Think about how this plays out in your own life. Have you ever blown a tiny issue way out of proportion? You spill coffee on your shirt and suddenly feel like your whole day is ruined. Or you send a text, don't get an immediate reply, and start spiraling, convincing yourself you must have said something wrong. Now look at someone who just rolls with it. Coffee spill? They laugh it off or shrug, maybe joke that it's new fashion. No reply to a text. They figure their friend is just busy and move on. It's not that nothing ever bothers them. They just don't pour gasoline on a small spark. They refuse to turn little issues into big dramas. This idea isn't new. Cultures and thinkers have hinted at it for ages. The Hindus talk about lila, the divine play of life. Shakespeare said all the world's a stage and we are merely players. Different words, same message. Life isn't meant to be a grim struggle. It's meant to be lived like a play. Modern philosophers like Alan Watts doubled down on this view. Watts often said existence is fundamentally playful, not serious. He even joked that if there is a God, it must have a sense of humor. One of his famous lines, "Angels can fly because they take themselves lightly." In short, the heaviest burden you can carry is a serious ego, and a light heart will lift you up. Even in myth and religion, have you noticed this pattern? The most evil figure, the devil, is usually depicted as grim and bitter, while angels and wise sages are often shown as playful and full of joy. It makes you wonder, what if being overly serious is actually a trap? The more rigid and grave you are, the more you weigh yourself down. Maybe true wisdom is to take life a bit more playfully. Why do we fall into the trap of taking everything so seriously? One big reason is that we often feel like it's us against the world. If you think you're just a lone player in a hostile universe, of course, every challenge feels like it could be life or death. But here's the reality. You're not as alone as you think. We're all part of a bigger whole. Life isn't just happening to you, it's happening with you. Realizing that takes a lot of pressure off. Uncertainty is actually what makes life exciting. Would you play a game if you already knew every twist and turn ahead of time? Of course not. Not knowing what's around the next corner gives us butterflies and keeps us engaged. The surprises and detours, even the tough ones, make the story interesting and help us grow. The unknown isn't a flaw in life's design, it's a feature. Every good game is a mix of skill and chance, and life is the same way. You can plan and work hard, but you also have to embrace unpredictability. Sometimes things will go sideways. You can see those moments as the end of the world or as the next challenge to tackle. People who see life as a game consistently choose the latter. Playing the game of life takes a bit of trust too. You can't control every outcome. Trying to would drive you crazy. So you learn to trust that you'll handle whatever happens. It's a quiet confidence in yourself and in life itself. With that trust, you can take chances and pursue opportunities that a fearful mind would avoid. Think of how kids play. On a playground, a child will climb and fall and get right back up again. As adults, we get so afraid of falling that we stop climbing. But if you eliminate all risk, you eliminate the reward too. You have to be willing to take a chance to experience the fullness of life. Otherwise, you're just watching from the sidelines. So what really changes when you start seeing life as a game? For one, you take your power back. You stop feeling like a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as an active player. Had a bad day at work? The serious, you would come home defeated and miserable. The game, you says, all right, that level was tough. What can I learn from it and do differently tomorrow? Instead of dreading what's next, you become curious. When you stop taking failures so personally, they lose a lot of their sting. A setback isn't the end of the world. It's just one scene in your story. Think about it. Your most embarrassing or catastrophic moment often becomes a funny story a year or two later. Knowing that, you can loosen up a bit in the moment. Why not give yourself a little grace now instead of waiting to laugh about it later? It's like playing a video game. If your character falls into a pit, you don't throw the controller and swear off the game. You hit retry and learn from it. What if you approached your real-life setbacks the same way? Take a breath, hit reset, and try again with a bit more wisdom. Every failure is just an opportunity to come back smarter. Even other people's nonsense starts to lose its grip on you. Someone cuts you off in traffic or leaves a nasty comment online, so what? That rude driver is just another obstacle on the track, not a personal attack. The snarky comment from some stranger is like background noise. It doesn't have to ruin your day unless you let it. Drama feeds on our reactions. If you don't react, there's no fuel for the fire. Bullies and trolls quickly lose interest when they realize they can't push your buttons. By not rising to every provocation, you keep control over your own mood. It's a quiet superpower. Deciding where to focus your energy and what to ignore, you also rediscover your sense of humor. Turns out it was just hiding under all that stress. Instead of cursing when things go wrong, you might smirk and say, "Huh." Plot twist. It's not that problems magically disappear, but you're no longer giving them more power than they deserve. When life throws a pie in your face, you wipe it off and maybe even laugh at how absurd it is. That little chuckle means you're not defeated. You're still in the game. Truly wise people often have a lightness about them. Think of the Dalai Lama's infectious giggle, or that friend who can find something to laugh about even in hard times. They aren't ignoring the bad stuff. They just aren't drowning in it. It's like they're in on a cosmic joke. They see life's ups and downs and smile at the irony of it all. Imagine your boss emails you, "We need to talk." A serious mindset would have you sweating bullets, picturing every worst-case scenario. Meanwhile, a playful mindset says, "Okay, I'll find out soon enough," and doesn't torture itself in the meantime. 9 times out of 10, it's nothing catastrophic. And if it does turn out serious, You'll handle it far better walking in calm rather than frantic. Living in constant seriousness is exhausting. It ties your stomach in knots, tenses up your shoulders, and keeps you up at night. Basically, being in fight or flight mode all the time wears you down. When you finally tell yourself, hey, it's not life or death, your body listens. Your muscles relax, you breathe easier, and you sleep better. Life feels lighter because you've taken that heavy weight of worry off your back. Your relationships improve too. When you're not taking everything personally, you become a lot more fun to be around. And the tension in your interactions starts to melt away. You're easier to talk to and easier to trust. Little annoyances don't turn into big fights because you can either laugh them off or handle them calmly. The people you care about feel more at ease, knowing you're not going to explode over every minor issue. Everyone around you relaxes a bit more. Humor and playfulness have always helped people get through tough times. Even at a funeral, you'll hear family members share a funny story about their loved one and laugh through tears. In the darkest days of history, people have cracked jokes to keep their spirits alive. It's not that they didn't care. It's that they refused to let hardship steal every last bit of joy and hope. Even the famously stern Stoics in ancient Rome reminded themselves to zoom out and see the bigger picture, so they wouldn't lose their perspective over minor troubles. Now, let's be clear. Not taking life so seriously doesn't mean you stop caring or become irresponsible. It's not nothing matters. It's just that not everything has to crush you. You can be dedicated and work hard without the constant anxiety. You can care deeply without treating every moment like a make-or-break ordeal. In fact, being overly solemn can backfire. Imagine a surgeon in an emergency who freaks out under pressure. They wouldn't be able to help anyone. The good surgeons stay calm and focused, even cracking a small joke to steady the team, and they get the job done. The same goes for all of us. We do our best when we're alert and serious about our goals, but also relaxed enough to think clearly. Athletes understand this balance too. The players who stay loose and adaptable often outperform those who tense up. If a basketball player is too afraid of missing a shot, they usually miss. But when they play with confidence and a bit of joy, focused but not freaked out, they're more likely to make it. They want to win, but they're not paralyzed by the idea of losing. We can approach our own challenges the same way. Every morning, you get to choose your mindset. You can put on heavy armor and brace yourself for battle. Or you can pick up the controller and see what adventures the day has in store. Even the routine parts of life feel different when you approach them with a sense of play. Stuck in traffic? You could scowl and honk, or you could turn up your favorite song and turn the car into your own private karaoke booth. Got a long list of chores? Maybe set a timer and challenge yourself to finish a task before it rings. These little shifts turn boring tasks into something more like a game. Understanding life as a game gives you a kind of freedom. You stop being afraid of every possible misstep and start actually living again. You become the eye of the storm, calm and centered while chaos swirls around. Challenges still come, but they don't throw you like they used to. You handle what you can and let go of what you can't. And that ability to keep your cool feels like a superpower. Your attitude will start to ripple out to others. People around you will notice your calm, confident vibe and might wonder what changed. Positivity and playfulness are contagious. When you stay cool under pressure, it encourages those around you to lighten up too. One person dropping the drama can set the tone for everyone else to relax a bit. Now, this mindset isn't about ignoring problems or living in la-la land. Life will still throw curveballs at you, but you won't be piling on extra suffering by overreacting. By staying cool, you can tackle issues more effectively. Think of it like emotional judo. Instead of meeting force with force, you redirect the energy and keep your balance. It really comes down to picking your battles. Not everything that happens deserves a huge emotional reaction. When you stop fussing over the trivial stuff, you save your energy for what actually matters. And paradoxically, when you're not drained by constant worry, you have more to put into your true priorities: your work, your loved ones, your dreams. Here's the funny thing. When you loosen your grip on life, life often gives you better results. You tend to perform better when you're not paralyzed by fear, and you make wiser choices when your mind isn't clouded by panic. By letting go of the need to control everything, you usually find you have more control over what matters. So go ahead and give yourself permission to play. Be a little bold and a little silly. Try something new without overthinking it. Laugh at your mistakes. Life is too short and too amazing to spend it all stressed out. Loosen up and enjoy the ride. At the end of the day, remember this: when you truly understand the game, you stop taking everything so seriously. You can still give life your all, but you do it with a light heart and clear focus. Challenges won't break you anymore. In fact, you might even start to enjoy them as part of the adventure. I'd love to hear what you think. Have you ever caught yourself taking something way too seriously, only to realize later it really wasn't such a big deal? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might help someone else see the lighter side. If this video gave you a new perspective, or even just a little laugh, please hit that like button. It lets me know I'm on the right track and helps more people find this content. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to join our little community. We explore deep ideas like this all the time, and we keep it down to earth and fun. I'd love to have you along for the journey. Until next time, stay curious, stay playful, and thank you for watching.